always have a game plan. So whatever you're doing, have a game plan for what you want. If you're talking to a girl on the street, do you want to get her home? Do you want to get her to a date? Do you just want to get her phone number? Do you just want to see that you have the balls to talk to her? You have to know to get what you want, you have to know what you want, first of all. So you have to have that game plan together. With a client, you need to know, okay, what's my average sales cycle? If your average sales cycle is 6 months, then you're not going to be trying to close them on the first call. You're just trying to get information. You're going to send them an email and book a follow-up call. You do the follow-up call, and then you're going to book a meeting. And then in the meeting, you might have to book another meeting, or all these things. However, if you are in a industry with a short sales cycle, you know that you're either going to book him, or you're either going to close him on the first call, or that's it. So you are calling him to close. Either way, you got to know going in what your game plan is. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to get the result that you want. Number 2, never break rapport. If there was a 7 deadly sins in sales, breaking rapport is the first deadly sin. In fact, that is the first deadly sin in all socializing. There is almost never a good reason to break rapport with someone unless they're disrespecting you. Let me explain to you what rapport is. Basically, rapport is maintaining like a positive vibe. So a guy's talking to you about something and you're saying, yeah, okay, cool. He could say, he went up hunting this weekend for 2 days. I personally wouldn't find hunting enjoyable whatsoever. Complete waste of time for me, and I wouldn't want to kill animals and all these things. But he would come back and he's excited about his trip and he's talking to me about it, and I would say, oh, cool, man. That sounds like you had a lot of fun, right? Instead of just shitting something out of my mouth like, why would you do that? That's a waste of time. You can just buy your food anyways. That's already cooked and you don't even have to hunt. What actual benefit do you get out of that, right? Like, why would you, having that kind of rapport break and that kind of combative tone, even if that's what you truly believe, is so detrimental for any type of relationship. And if it's a sales relationship where you are asking the person for money, you are always coming from a position of weakness. So they're going to capitalize on any little thing that they don't like to get rid of you. So in a sales relationship, you can't even break rapport at all. At all. No one likes being contradicted. No one likes being disagreed with. No one likes people having negative things said about them. A smart person will say, well, we're generating some good dialogue here, and I'm glad you brought that up. But in reality, everyone just likes being agreed with. Okay? I'm no different. I love when people agree with me and people say, Will, you're great and your site's great. And if I have a negative comment, I just fucking delete it. Because I don't care. And when I approach other people, I approach them the same way. With that same amount of respect. It doesn't matter if it's the lady who cleans my apartment. I'm still not going to break rapport with her. Because that is just part of socializing on a high level, right? If I'm breaking rapport with someone, it's because I feel that I'm being disrespected. That's going to be the only time. And this is especially important in sales. You should never have a conversation where you're breaking rapport with a client. A client could tell you the sky is black, and you're not going to say, no, it's not. Are you insane? Right? Never. Client could tell me the sky is black, and I could say, okay, that's an interesting perspective, and then move it back to the pitch or whatever. Never break rapport. So important. Number 3, keys to the game. Ask the right questions. The key to opening a guy up is to keep him and get him talking about his business, because everyone is passionate about their business, and the more they talk about themselves, the happier they get, and the more he opens up about his business, the better rapport you get with him. And the more ammunition you have to solving his pain points. So when you're selling, you're always looking for how your product is going to help the guy. And the more you can find out about his business, the more you can say, all right, well, you told me that you didn't have the right advertising numbers for last quarter. What we can do in our advertising company is bring you blah, 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 blah. So that gives you all this extra ammunition that you can use, and anytime you can tie something into his business directly, you are gaining points in his favor. And anytime you can find one of his problems and offer another solution to it, you're that much closer to closing that deal. Which brings us to point 4, which is solve a problem. That's what all of sales is. It's finding in identifying a pain point and then offering a solution, right? Selling insurance, for example. People are worried about their businesses when they're not around to protect them, right? The guy's worried about his office and all his equipment and on all the expensive stuff he has. Insurance sells peace of mind. So that guy can sleep easily. He knows if his office gets broken into, then people can steal everything, but he's still going to be fine because he has the insurance, right? That's a great example of solving a problem. And this works with women as well, right? This is when you are dating, even if it's just casual sex, you're selling a good sexual experience to someone who is horny or to a girl who is sexually frustrated. You're solving her problem of looking for a fun new sexual experience that she's not having, right? She's sexually unfulfilled and you're solving that problem. Let's say she's looking for a boyfriend and you're looking for a girlfriend. She's looking for a great, fun guy who's going to treat her really well and going to have a great time together. You're solving that problem by being that guy. So every single need, every single want is coming from a position of a problem, and you're able to solve that problem and get paid for it. That's what selling is. So solving a problem is so important, but it's really important to look at it from that perspective. So whenever I was on a call with a client, or a lot of the times when I'm talking to a girl, I'm thinking like how I can solve that particular problem. And that's a great frame of reference to come to, because then you're always in the position of helping that person. And when a client or a girl or someone like that feels like they're being helped and they're being treated properly in that way, it really affects the relationship in a positive way.